Hey there, everybody. Welcome to another exciting edition of the 4 o'clock games, 34 Days of Crappy Games. And today we're going to continue on with another horrible game. It was made in 1990, probably around 1992, for example. This game was released in 1992, and what we're going to be talking about today is Robocop 2. And it's for the NES, and it's presented to us by both Data East and Ocean. Both collaboration, the same company that made the first RoboCop game on the NES, which is so bad. I recently did a playthrough of this in promotion of the new RoboCop movie, the RoboCop remake, to be exact. But this is absolutely the worst game ever. I cannot play this game at first because this game has a lot of frustrating levels. Man, this is how bad this came on forever. This game has been on forever. You know what? The game is just actually what happens. You get the controls are horrible. In that, yeah, RoboCop jumps. And yet the first RoboCop game, NES game, does not jump. Just like you did. Look at the arcade game in the first RoboCop game. It does slightly better. This version, but RoboCop in the NES game is so bad. I don't know why they complete this ruined this game. I guess Data East and Ocean, one of the LJN brainchild of LJN, or Long John Neville to be exact, which what Ocean is absolutely horrendous. Ocean made horrible games. This is kind of like LJN's counterpart, but this is even worse than LJN. I mean, give me a break. Ocean just needs to die. I think Ocean is already dead by now, and I guess I can't believe this. The object is, this is actually, I played the first stage of the game, and it didn't make it until they made it to the target. I went halfway through completion and went to the target practice. And what happens if the time runs out? After you complete it, and you see the fail mission, and guess what? You got to go back to the first stage. That's stupid. After you complete the game, then the target practice, then go back and repeat it again. I can't say this. This game sucks. Oh my freaking Lord. Now I'm going to do right now, I'm going to play, let's find out. I'm going to show you my game, shall we? This is absolutely the worst RoboCop game in existence. So, go check out this one. So, I'm going to give you a little playthrough of this game. And of course, we're going to show you the actual playthrough courtesy of a user that I have seen on YouTube lately. So let's check out this game, shall we? Alright, here we go with the game Robocop 2. This is the worst game ever made for the NES, released in 1992. Let me hit the continue option and see what it is. Well, a nuke laboratory is relocated. Orders destroy all nukes on the premise. Target environments will be arrested or flashing of your status panel. A secret nuke store is reported in this area. Okay, this is going to be the worst game ever made. If you've ever played Robocop, the NES game, I just want to tell you all about this. Go back and play the 4 o'clock game on this previous episode. We do Robocop for the NES. Oh yeah, now we're going to start with just where are the enemies appear. Okay, where are the enemies is? Where are the enemies? Where did they go? I thought they were on vacation or something. Well, we only just walk around and have some fun. Okay, now we're just gonna jump right over here and let's see how this thing goes. Okay. Now your timer has run out, and now you just clear the stage. You have destroyed or nothing. And now let's do target practice. Oh yes, this is a target practice like Hogan's Alley for the NES. Well. Okay, now we just have to do a little bit of this. This is like target practice. Oh yeah, now we just do a little time left. It's like your empty time saver. Now you gotta do a little bit of more time. This is what I'm gonna do for the next game. If this is gonna fail, you have to go back to this where you came from and start the game all over again. You have to beat this level for about 2 seconds. And now we gotta do is like counting over to 199. And now he's just failed miserably, but... And now he's going back to the beginning. Whoa. What is going on? Yo, you failed at the mission, now you go back to the beginning and restart the first game. I mean, this is ridiculous. How are they gonna repeat this game all over again and I can't stand? Yo, this is ridiculous. I don't like this. This is the level of the game. I hate the first stage. You gotta do is watch out for those hostages, and we're just gonna do is start this thing all over again, and now we just gotta do all over this for the second time. We're gonna try again for the second time. And I can't really think the controls are not good in the game. Yes? Oh. This is how I'm knocking on the door. I'm just trying to play this game right now. I have to tell you. Okay. Yes? And now we're just trying to look into it. Okay, here we go. You know, they'll have to watch out for those little things. Oh yeah, this is just like Hogan's Alley if you're gonna play this. Alright, so let me do this until this control is just plainly bad. Okay, we got more and more. Alright. Okay. We got 10 more. Yeah, 10 more. Let's see. Officer report. You have failed and attained enough points in the firing range test. You may return to your previous assignment. And now we gotta do third time. We gotta go back and do it again, all over again. Third time! I remember back when, I don't know if I hadn't watched the video, Film and Stuff reviewed this since a couple years ago, or maybe 2 or 3 years ago. It uploaded on Blip TV, and they pulled it down. I don't know why. I wish Film and Stuff should re-upload that onto YouTube, okay? This is what I gotta do with this game. I tried to play this. This is for the third time. I really want to play the game like like there is no tomorrow. This is not very good in this game. You know, you failed the mission. You got to do. You had to go back and refill this mission and whatever doing target practice. I can't get target practice anymore this game. This is the stupid game, you know, they screwed it up big time. Now they go back again. And yeah, now we're gonna go back and do it all over again, and this is the first stage of the game. This game's so bad. This game sucks. I wish one of these days, when I want to show you the full game of this run of this game, came from a YouTube named Cubex55. I know, I would like to show you a little commentary on this video. This is kind of ridiculous when they make this game look like this. Except on your last mission, therefore you must remain your Okay, I had enough. Let's go to the full game, shall we? Alright, after all of this dumbest first stage of the game, and I hate it this way, I decided to quit right now. Yeah, I eventually quit. I apologize for the screaming and yelling after playing through all the first level of the game, the whole thing, the target practice, and failed the mission, and then it goes back to the very beginning of the first stage. Man, I decided I had enough. Well, I found a video clip that I completely stolen from a YouTuber named Cubex55, which if you've ever recognized that user on YouTube, he does a great job with his long play videos. If you want to see his videos, if you want to see all the long plays of this game, just check out his channel, Cubex55. I really appreciate it, so I decided to do this because, and by the way, this video was stolen from yours truly, but of course is courtesy of Cubex55. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a commentary video. This is an actual playthrough of probably the worst game ever made, Robocop 2 for the NES. Let's play this game right now. Okay, like I said before, I did play this eventually. It's terrible, but I'm just going to ignore by these long plays. If you want to check, the link is down there. And I just don't know, the game is just totally bad. For a Robocop game, it's not even that great. And Ocean decided to kill this game off because of this nonsense. You know, Data East made a bad game, and whatever it is, it's not even that great. And yeah, there was our secret nukes. Well, let's see how this thing goes from there. Okay, this is where we came from after I failed my first stage of the game. This is where I can get past after the target practice. You have to collect nukes bottles throughout this whole game. And this is what I gotta tell you. This is not even as far as the first game. I thought the arcade version was better. Of course, if you want to do it, it's very horribly bad for some reasons. Robocop 2 was a sequel to a movie, which is part of the Robocop trilogy. I don't know. I cannot get this. This game's not very fun to play. And there was actually originally it was released in the arcade back in what was this? Back in 1991 from Data East. If you want to play the actual version of that, just play the original arcade version of Robocop 2. And I just, yeah, the arcade version of Robocop 2 was pretty better, much better over the NES, over this piece of garbage. And this is how this bad is, because now you gotta collect all the nukes. This is like you go down the pipes in Super Mario Brothers. And we just don't know that this is one of the worst things I ever played. in my entire life. You had to collect coins, just like you collect coins with them in Super Mario Brothers. And I know, it's... This is how stupid this game is. The controls are not good. Robocop jumps. But on the first Robocop game in the NES, it does not jump. And now your timer is running out. And then, now you go to the target practice. And then you're up to 86%, then you got arrested, probably was under, 80, what was this, 100%. 99%, that's right, I just did. So you had to rescue it. And now you go to the second stage rather than having a target practice mode. Yeah, now you go to the second stage instead of rather than doing target practice. So we gotta do is you have to jump over this obstacle and you have to jump on this platform. And you have to rescue them in order to shoot these and rescue them. And this is like when Fontella Bass says, "Rescue me! Rescue me! Oh, come take me in your heart, rescue me!" It's like Bill Brown used to say, "Rescue me!" through this final show on CBS FM years ago. And let me give you the frustrating gameplay. The controls are pretty bad. And you gotta be careful. If you jump over the gears, you instantly lose a life. You gotta be very careful if you jump over this gears, you cautiously lose a life. And that's just why I had to tell you. You get up to, well, you have destroyed only about, this is how far as you probably know, you get villains or villains. Yeah, you got 99% into 100%. You have just zone report. On hover pads, use B button to fire the retro rocket. The hover pad will gain access to the hidden nuke store. And this is how this game helps. And now you gotta do is jump on this thing and collect all these power-ups. And you have to jump a little further. So you don't just don't worry, you don't lose anything like this. But then you have to watch out for those little lightning bolts. It'll cautiously lose a life. Now you're going up there. And you have to ride on that little thing that looked like Mega Man 2. Or Mega Man 3, however. And you have to be very careful when you ride on the gear. If you touch the gears, you lose. You have to stay carefully. And now, finally on our way down. Now you can kidnap them. Everything kidnaps well. Oh, you gotta jump. If you gotta watch out, you'll instantly lose a life. Otherwise, the game's not good. You have to be very careful if you want to try to time your jumps. And you know the controls are a bit slippery. Yeah, you have to slippery on this thing. It's like ice. It's like ice, for crying out loud. Ice can kill you, or slippery if you fall off into a leap of faith. You're absolutely dead. And now you finally cleared out the stage.
Chain of his gang had a setup of new, larger nuke laboratory location and destroy nuke and appeared all suspects. Secret nuke stores reported in this area. Or yeah, this is where it has a secret nuke store because you have to jump a little bit further. Now it's back to the first into night mode again. It's kind of like Super Mario Brothers. And you gotta do is watch out for those little things. And you better be careful if you have a better amount of that. You have to time your jumps correctly. And you have to do is be very careful. If you jump down there, you'll instantly dead. Okay. You have to jump a little further. Now you're going down. Collect all these nuke stuff. You have to watch out for those little jumps there. You have to watch for those obstacles. If you fall, you lose. This is very tough to do so. And now you can time your jumps correctly. And now here it is. And now you just clear the stage. And now you just have to clear up the stage you have destroyed out of the nukes. And you have to arrest all of them. This is how you clear the stage. You know what? I don't know the game. Data East and Ocean has developed another game, which is a pretty bad example of one of the worst games ever made. Unlock Nemorites of Alex Murphy from the Secret Computer Access Point. And this is how you can prefer this. Data East did a terrible job making another Robocop game, and it fell flat right in the face of our distinction. Film and Stuff reviewed this probably a long time ago, not too long ago, when he reviewed this game, but in the rebuttal, I know it was been uploaded onto Blip TV, so yeah, so they decided to pull the plug. They removed it. I don't know. It's not even on YouTube ever. I don't know when. I don't know why Film and Stuff is going to review this game. Is he going to revisit this on YouTube? I wish Film and Stuff should reviewed Robocop 2 on the NES sometime. So I would really want to explain that. It might be soon when it comes in. And now I just want to tell you this game is absolutely worse than this. And I just want to tell you, this game is horrible. It was bad as other games do. And you missed this, all those nuke bottles. And now you finally made it. Yep, you have 75% in fewer games. And there you go. It has been discovered. The chain gang leader is here at location factory unit restricted zone. And this is how bad this game is. It's a pretty stupid game. I wonder if they're gonna play this like for 2 hours, 3 hours, and 4 hours. But it's you got to collect nukes. It's a very bad comparison. I know if you ever played the arcade game of Robocop 2, there was also a Robocop game released for the arcade, And this game was completely different than the NES game. If you want to do, I would really want to play the Robocop 2 video game, which will be on the 4 o'clock game. Probably soon, eventually, which I'll be doing that playthrough of this excellent game. This is a very good game if you like Robocop, the arcade game, the arcade version of Robocop 2. This is your best bet. You have to play this game like this. So this is how good this game is going to be, and I cannot believe it. No, the game is a very good example. I think if you don't like this, if you don't like the NES game, just don't play the game. Whatever you play. See, you have to jump all the way. This is very tough to jump. And this is how should I just permit this game look like it's pretty bad. And you know, the developers like Ocean did a bad thing. You know, it's a bad rap on this game because it's the worst game ever. You know, Ocean was one of the worst game developers ever. It's one of the brainchild of LJN, or Long John Nebel, of course. Yep, Ocean was LJN's brainchild. Well, as you can tell, it's just doesn't look like it's a video game, but it's like absolutely horrendous. But this next level is a stage, you know, filled with lava or anything like this, or it's in the nuke plant. That's all there is. Why has it got nothing to do with the arcade game? But for so different levels, I've been doing badly for why this game is supposed to be a more arcade-like game. It's not very well made when it comes to the arcade stuff. Yeah, if you compare this to the Robocop game, it's not even as good. I just want to tell you that the game is not even that great, because for the NES, it doesn't even follow the arcade game. It doesn't really seem to follow the arcade game. It doesn't look like it's one of the worst games ever made. And this is how bad. This is how the game is bad for no reason. I don't know why they prevent the company Data East and Ocean for what they did. They did actually the first 2 Robocop games on the NES, and it's absolutely poor. It doesn't even follow resistance to the arcade game. It doesn't even do good with the arcade because Ocean did a terrible job. I don't know why Ocean did it. Because of one of the game developers messed around with Ocean, and I can't believe this. Ocean is the worst company ever made. Now we're going to the boss fights. Yeah, this is the stupid boss fight I've ever played in the game, in the video game history. I cannot believe it. I don't believe how Data East messed it all up and, well, co-developed with Ocean. And now you had to fight this boss. You have to drain your health bar. And now you're down the battery thing. It's like it gets a life meter. And I cannot really describe it. This game's a piece of garbage. Now you just take care of them, and now it's time to go a little further than that. Oh man. Yep, the new Civic Centrum building. Work way up to the building, restore order. Anti-intruder system has been activated. And here we go. But why are they going to be looking like this? All right, Centrum floor. This is where we started off with. And watch out for those fiery hazards here. If you don't do that, you're dead. Now you had to rescue the object is to rescue the girl. Just like Superman. And yep, watch out for those falling obstacles. You have to time your jumps right because this is the toughest game in existence in NES library because of what you've done. And you gotta watch out for those little things. Oh, now you gotta shoot those. And I guess this is how it does. The platformer is just very insulting. And now you got it right this time. Now you got, yep, you cleared all these nuke stuff. And you have arrested a couple of other persons. Yep, there it is. Probably this is how the second stage develops. As you'd think, the controls will look awfully bad. Just try to make it develop this game look like bad. Man, I got to tell you. Yeah, this game is horrible. It's pretty bad. It's one of the worst games. Another one of the worst Robocop games out of the other three. Yeah, it's worse than the bunch. Yeah, Robocop 2 is probably the worst of the bunch. Robocop 3 will also do this on the next show. This is going to be on my next program. And on part of the 34 Days of Crappy Games. But this is what we can do. It's not very made to make it develop on what happens when I play this putrid garbage. But this is horrible. And you think it's pretty bad for no reason and how it made this game look awfully terrible. It is bad. You know, the people of Ocean has been deserved what I had to play this a bunch of times. You know, it's got to be so stupid when they made this game like that. You know, you have to make it look more like absolute worse. And I can't really describe it. This game is not good. Yeah, the game is not even that great because of what, for no reason. For a Robocop game, it was also bad. And there's also one of the games, it gets run over by a steamroller. I guess this is not very cool. You know, the game is not very good. I give up with this game. It doesn't look good on any different level of the game. It pretty sums it up for me. I wish this game is so horribly bad, but I can't get it over there to make it look like a more anti-cable thing. It doesn't look like Robocop. Yep, Robocop was actually, if you've seen all three games, it's so bad. And if you remember the last time we played, if you remember that, there was, back in February, there was a Robocop movie that came out, probably the remake of Robocop, which I think it came out in probably like February, I guess, because I just had to tell you, it was pretty. I have never watched the new Robocop movie. I know because the new Robocop movie is going to be coming out on Blu-ray and DVD soon, but this is absolutely the remake of. If a lot of you people have seen the new Robocop movie, I think that's pretty awesome to watch. And I don't know why, if they actually intended to do a sequel like this, but it doesn't look pretty good. It's like Robocop 4. Or Robocop 4, whatever you call it. And this is what I gotta tell you, but the game is not very well done. I do not know why do we make a game look like this. It doesn't look like that. I just want to tell you all these, regardless. This is how bad it looks. For no reason, I just had to watch this game look absolutely horrendous. I really apologize for this. I give up with this game because alright, I know I'm watching that video of Alpha Omega Sin. Okay, this is how bad this was. I know, just I'm watching this game. I apologize for this video right there. So I just want to tell you the whole thing. You have to clear out this level after you beat this game, and you have to clear out the stage. Robocop 2 unit. I think this is going to be like we're nearly close to the last level of the game, and this is what I'm going to do with this right now. All right, we're close. This is actually nearly the final stage of the game. You have to watch out for those. You better watch out for these. If you do, you will die and you've failed your mission. And now I gotta do is probably if you want to hit, punch, punch, punch. And now you gotta do is absolutely you have to jump it over. Dodge over that little flamethrower. And of course there's actually you have to jump up those, look at this, moving satellites. And here's what you could do. Jump it over and do something like that. Oh yeah, you gotta watch out for all these things that moves around. It's kind of like Metroid or whatever this game is. And this is how we can go farther than this. Got 6 people rest, and now it's finally cleared out after you beat this game. Now you just cleared out the stage, and you know there's no target practice, I guess, in the game. You have to kill them, all of those, and proceed to the next game. If you failed your mission, if you did not, if this thing fails well, you have to go to target practice. And if you don't make it, if you don't clear out this target practice, you got to go back to the very beginning of the game. It puts you back to the beginning of the level, of the same thing as we always do. Robocop 2 is a legal device. And now we're just playing the final boss of the game. I don't know if there's a clip of Film and Stuff video that was very short, like 18 seconds in the video. If you want to, if there was a clip of it that says, "Why was RoboCop look like a fat guy from the Pizza Hut, or what they call Jabba the Hutt, or Pizza the Hut from Spaceballs?" This is like the final boss of the game that looked like this. Yep, this is the as you probably know, this is the final boss of the game. And you had to fight this through your precious enemies. And you got to be very careful. If you don't make it in time, you die and you failed your mission. You don't need to continue the game. And you go, here it is. Just count down the last fight. Here it goes. Bam! We finally complete it. Reeling from the battle, Robocop 2 topples over and crashes through the floor, down with the lower level. But Robocop 2 is still operational. You must destroy Robocop 2, and so you follow it down. Well, what do you think about this game? And now he's got to try that again. Now you got to fight the same old game boss fight ever again. There's like 2 final boss fights in the game. It doesn't look good. Why do we think this is not even as good as it was? But they're just solid. Yeah, you're just shooting homing missiles. And I cannot describe this game. Look like an absolute piece of garbage. And now we gotta do is shoot them all over again, and I know it's time to shoot him down. I wish he's going to take them down right now. But this is how bad. Look how bad this game is. Okay, this is how bad this look like this game is. I would like to see them die in this after you beat the final boss. And now he's done. Now he's done. We finally beat Robocop 2. What a bummer. Robocop 2 escapes again. Even though you have suffered severe system damage, you know you must defeat this evil machine after you jump down after him for this final confrontation. The final confrontation. Okay. And then we're gonna... Wait a second. This is the third time I actually beat this. Wait a minute. I didn't play... The video shows this. This is so bad. Look how bad this game is. Here's the final boss. Now you got 3 of the boss fights. I do not know why we make a game like it's a rebuttal. I don't know, insulting this game. You know what? Those putrid bummers who wants to play this piece of garbage ever again in the video game world. I would really want to see Film and Stuff redo his reviews of Robocop 2 eventually. If he decides to make it's a good idea whether or not Film and Stuff should revisit Robocop 2. But I would really want to see it because the video from Blip TV has been not put up. It was already put up on Blip TV for a brief period, so they took it down. But what is this going to do? So ask me, Film and Stuff, can you revisit Robocop 2? I don't know, anything like this? Now he's done with this game. Well done, you have destroyed Robocop and saved the city from bankruptcy. But you are reminded that Robocop's performance can always be improved. After all, he's only human. And that's it, it's done. That's it. You'll see the stupid ending to a video game, and I can't believe it's done. So right now, without further ado, it's enough with Robocop 2. Let's ground the game, shall we? Let's go to Go Anime and ground this piece of garbage game. So now, after that, you gotta input your name to rack up your score. What a coincidence. So after all this, I had enough with Robocop 2 for the NES. So there is another game that came out a year later, is Robocop 3. So well, that's gonna be on another show. So in the meantime, let us ground this game, shall we? So we're gonna come back after this. We'll talk about our next game. So enough said. Let's go to Go Anime and ground this game. Ground Robocop 2 immediately now. So let's take you live to Go Animate and find out.
Ha 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 ha. I made another Robocop game.
Robocop 2 NES. How dare you made a god-awful video game that has stupid gameplay and horrendous controls, and it keeps losing and goes back to square one and start all over again. That's it, go home now.
Why?
Robocop 2 NES. I can't believe you made a movie-based game with horrendous controls and god-awful gameplay, and everything in this game looked like garbage. The game was made by Ocean, the company that made terrible movie-based games from the heels of the dreaded LJN. Data East also co-developed too. That's it. I will call the cops on you right now. Hello, Mr. Police. Robocop 2 NES made a horrible game. Please arrest him right now.
You are under arrest for making a horrible NES game based off of a movie called Robocop 2.
But I'm really sorry.
Go to the police car now.
Why not?
Now this is your cell. Go there now.
Why not? Why not?
Whew, now I'm back into the studio right now. Yep, that takes care of this game right now. It's Robocop 2, the NES. Yep, has officially got grounded and went to jail. So thanks to Go Animate for that. And all I gotta say this to this game: if you don't like, if you're a fan of Robocop, just go watch the movie. And just remind you, don't play this game. Of course, yeah, do not play Robocop 2 anymore. Because it's got a little frustration, you know, the levels kept repeating after you completed, and then you just halfway failed your mission, and then going back and restart all over again. Man, this is so bad. I hate it. Robocop 2 sucks. So I guess tomorrow I'm going to talk about another Robocop game that's going to be on in store for tomorrow. Well, I guess if you want to do, just play. If you don't like the NES game, one more thing, just if you don't like the NES game, there is actually a arcade version that was released that same year. If it's a lot better than this, I have not played the arcade version, but I'll have to check it out sometime. So here we go, RoboCop 2, and that's it. That's it for the 4 o'clock game and for the 34 Days of Crap games. Tomorrow we'll do another RoboCop game. This is actually the last RoboCop game in this NES pile of NES waste. So, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you tomorrow.